Trustee Smith.
So I just have to say that I am actually very disappointed in a lot of people in our community tonight. Not most of those who came to speak. Thank you all for coming and sharing your viewpoints with us. It is very much appreciated, and it is very important that you have the ability to come and to share your opinion with us, because we do value it. But since last Monday's meeting, I've witnessed what I can really only describe as a collective temper tantrum by quite a few people who otherwise would appear to be fully grown adults, but have just kind of thrown this fit and have reacted with a lot of the vitriol that Trustee Howie mentioned. These extreme reactions, I have both heard them and read them on social media as well as in my email inbox, and I think it's appalling. And all of this is over masks, which, as far as I'm concerned, is an issue that is really not of very much importance in the grand scheme of things. It hasn't affected my life all that greatly. It hasn't affected the lives of those around me quite as much as what I am hearing in a lot of these comments that the public has shared with us. Like I said earlier, I want to give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt. I know that there have been a lot of people who have come in good faith and are just trying to share their opinions, and again, I thank you for that. I know that those who've been voicing their extreme and emotional, pernicious opinions are in the minority, and that there are a lot of people who said that they would like us to seek a variance, and that those are reasonable individuals. They were willing to accept the decision of the board for the remainder of the school year, even if it didn't go the way that they wanted. But those outliers did not go unnoticed. And since that meeting that we had a week ago, the district and the board has seemingly reversed course and announced that we're going to seek a variance, which appears to give in to that loud and dramatic fit that has been thrown by some members of the community. I know that that is not entirely an accurate representation of what the district and the board intended, but it does seem to appear that way from the outside, and I've heard comments to that effect. I'm disappointed that a lot of people have remained silent on important issues that directly affect the education of our children, but they've come out in full force over this, again, kind of insignificant decision. Since I've been on the board, here are a list of some of the decisions that we have made. We voted on a new science curriculum, which was actually a little bit controversial because it was based on the next generation science standards, and those had previously been blocked in Wyoming. We voted to make Roosevelt an alternative school and decrease the number of credits that students are required to earn to graduate. We voted to spend $10 million on a new pool for NC. We voted to build a raised walkway at NC. We asked for input about adding civics as a required credit for high schoolers. We voted to move the high schools to a common schedule, and the list is endless. There have been a lot of other things that we have discussed. We've received little, if any, interest from the public on these issues, and I would say that they are vastly more important than whether or not students and staff are required to wear masks in school. I wish that the community cared as much about their tax dollars and the education of their students as they do about a 7-by-4-inch piece of cloth over their faces. And in response to a claim that I have heard from several people since last week that the board has let the public down in choosing to vote against the majority who said that they would be in favor of seeking a variance. I did post this on my Facebook page, but I want to reiterate it. While the board asked that a survey be conducted to see where the public was at on this issue, we as elected officials are under no obligation to vote in accordance with the results of an unofficial poll. This issue is a complex one, and it required considering multiple perspectives and possible consequences, of which public opinion was only one of those factors. And like Trustee Howie said, we absolutely do consider it, and it is very important to us, but it is only one factor. We as board members should consider all the information we're given, not just part of it. I am sorry if the public felt their voice was not being heard, but you have to understand that if we made every single decision according to the will of the majority alone, we would be doing our students, staff, and constituents a huge disservice. We're not required to blindly follow the will of the majority when we vote, and I think most people are probably thankful for that on a number of other issues. Please keep in mind that this is a question not just about what some people want or prefer, but about the health and quality of education that we're able to provide for all of our students, even those in the minority. And again, I want to thank those who came and gave us their opinion today. We really do value it, but you have to understand at the end of the day, this is a tough decision, and we have to consider all sides of it. Thank you.